ಶ್ರೀಚಕ್ರವರದಾಚಾರ್ಯಂ ಶುದ್ಧಸತ್ವಗುರುತ್ತಮಂ ಶ್ರೀನಿಧಿಂ ರಾಘವಂ ವಂದೇ ಹ್ಯಪಾರ ಕರುಣಾಕರಂ ಶ್ರೀಶೈಲಪೂರ್ಣಾತ್ ಅಖಿಲೇತಿಹಾಸ ಪುರಾಣಜಾಲಂ ಸಮವಾಪ್ಯ ಯೇನ ಪ್ರಾವರ್ತಿ ಸಂದರ್ಶಯತೇವ ಶಿಷ್ಯ ಭಾವಂ ಮುನಿಂ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣಮಾಶ್ರಯೇಹಂ ಯಂ ಪ್ರವ್ರಜಂತಂ ಅನುಪೇತಂ ಅಪೇತಕೃತ್ಯಂ ದ್ವೈಪಾಯನೋ ವಿರಹಕಾತರ ಆಜುಹಾವ ಪುತ್ರೇತಿ ತನ್ಮಯತಯಾ ತರವೋಭಿನೇದುಃ ತಂ ಸರ್ವಭೂತಸುಹೃದಂ ಮುನಿಂ ಆನತೋಸ್ಮಿ ವ್ಯಾಸಂ ವಸಿಷ್ಠನಪ್ತಾರಂ ಶಕ್ತೇಃ ಪೌತ್ರಂ ಅಕಲ್ಮಷಂ ಪರಾಶರಾತ್ಮಜಂ ವಂದೇ ಶುಕತಾತಂ ತಪೋನಿಧಿಂ ಜನ್ಮಾದ್ಯಸ್ಯ ಯತೋನ್ವಯಾದಿತರತಶ್ಚ ಅರ್ಥೇಷು ಅಭಿಜ್ಞಸ್ವರಾಟ್ ತೇನೇ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಹೃದಯ ಆದಿಕವಯೇ ಮುಹ್ಯಂತಿ ಯತ್ಸೂರಯಃ ತೇಜೋವಾರಿಂ ಮೃದಾಂ ಯಥೋ ವಿನಿಮಯೋ ಯತ್ರ ತ್ರಿಸರ್ಗೋ ಮೃಷಾ ಧಾಮ್ನಾ ಸ್ವೇನ ಸದಾ ನಿರಸ್ತಕುಹಕಂ ಸತ್ಯಂ ಪರಂ ಧೀಮಹಿ ನಿಗಮಕಲ್ಪತರೋರ್ಗಲಿತಂ ಫಲಂ ಶುಕಮುಖಾತಮೃತದ್ರವ ಸಂಯುತಂ ಪಿಬತ ಭಾಗವತಂ ರಸಮಾಲಯಂ ಮುಹುರಹೋ ರಸಿಕಾ ಭುವಿ ಭಾವುಕಾಃ. Bhagavatam takes us to a devotional spell where the minds of sadhus always dwell. It's my pleasure to share with you all in Basel, the Purana that saves us from hell. Namaskaram to all. At the outset, I wish to convey my thanks to Sri Uve Narayanan Swami and Srimati Sugandhi Narayanan and Swiss Hindu Association and all the devotees who have assembled here for giving me this wonderful opportunity to deliver a discourse on a wonderful topic amidst wonderful audience, the essence of Bhagavata Puranam. One among the 18 Puranas which were authored by Vedavyasa, Srimad Bhagavata Puranam, which always shines in glory. There are many forms of shine, many forms of brilliance, many forms of illumination. For me, that camera flashlight always causes migraine, so better to avoid it. But the illumination of Bhagavata Puranam, that's something different. It has a special tejas. So it's one of the 18 Puranas authored by sage Vedavyasa. What is a Purana? Sanskrit etymology says, Pura api navam Puranam. Pura means old, Nava means new. Pura api navam Puranam. One that is both old and new is Puranam. How can something be both old as well as new? Is it possible? Yes, it is old because it is ancient. It has been transmitted through us through generations, through various acharyas. It is old, but it is new because every time you listen to it, it always appears new. In whatever stage of life you listen to it, it is always relevant to you. Even if you listen to it in 21st century, not 21st, even in the 31st century, it will still be relevant to you. Even now, Bhagavata Puranam, people have assembled. This is not Bharata Desham, this is Switzerland, this is Basel, still people assembled. So, Pura, it is very old, but Navam, it's always new. So, one that is both old and new, a old text which always carries relevance and appears new every time is called Puranam. This is Bhagavata Puranam. What is Bhagavatam? Any answers from your side? Of course, we will have a Q&A session, but at that time you will be asking questions. But for the first 1 hour and 45 minutes, I will be asking questions. What is Bhagavatam? Technically, Bhagavataha idam Bhagavatam. One that belongs to Bhagavan is called Bhagavatam. For example, the son of Dasharatha is called Dasharathi. The son of Vasudeva is called Vasudeva. The son of Anjana Devi is called Anjaneya. Similarly, the thing that belongs to Bhagavan is called Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is something that belongs to Bhagavan because it expounds and extols the glories of the incarnations of Bhagavan. This Bhagavata Puranam, totally it has 12 chapters, 12 skandhams. If you observe the 12 skandhams, the first skandham deals with Lord Sriman Narayana, who is the cause of this universe, who is the creator, ultimate creator, who created Brahma as well. So the first skandham deals with Lord Sriman Narayana. The second skandham deals with the cosmic form, universal form of Lord, that is Virat Rupa. The third skandham deals with his Varaha Avataram and Kapila Avataram. Fourth skandham deals with Prithu Chakravarti Avataram of Bhagavan. Fifth skandham about Rishabhadeva incarnation of Bhagavan. Sixth skandham about Narayana Kavacham, the powerful hymn towards Bhagavan which protects us. The 7th chapter deals about Narasimha Avataram of Bhagavan. The 8th chapter deals about Vamana Avataram of Bhagavan. 9th chapter deals about Rama Avataram of Bhagavan. 10th chapter, you all know, the heart of Bhagavatam, the sweetest part of Bhagavatam that deals with Krishna Leelas, the entire Krishna Avataram in the 10th chapter. In the 11th chapter, Uddhava Gita taught by Krishna. Within that Uddhava Gita, Hamsa Avataram of Bhagavan, the swan incarnation of Bhagavan, it has been explained. The 12th chapter of Bhagavatam deals with Bhagavan's form as a child on a banyan leaf. He gave darshan to Markandeya as a small child lying on a banyan leaf in the ocean of deluge. So, in each of the skandams, you get a lot of information about the incarnations of Bhagavan. So, the Puranam which out and out deals with Bhagavan is called Bhagavatam. Not only that, we have got one more explanation for Bhagavatam. Because usually we denote devotees as Bhagavatas. Because the devotees also belong to Bhagavan. Anything that belongs to Bhagavan is called Bhagavata. Devotees, we all belong to Bhagavan. Bhagavan is our master, he is our proprietor, we are his servants, we constitute his property. So, devotees are called Bhagavatas. The Puranam that deals with Bhagavatas is called Bhagavata Puranam. Because in the first skandham, you see the history of Bhagavatas like Parikshit, Bhishma, etc. In the second skandham, you see the history of Bhagavatas like Narada and also Brahma, who was also created by Bhagavan. In the third skandham, we see Bhagavatas, Sanat Kumaras, who go to Vaikuntham for darshan of God. In the fourth skandham, Dhruva, a great Bhagavatottama again. Fourth skandham, Dhruva. Fifth skandham, Jadabharata. Sixth, Ajamila. Though he committed lot of sins, he chanted the name of Bhagavan and then finally attained salvation. So, 6th Ajamila. 7th chapter, Prahlada, the goat among Bhagavatas. Goat means in India we say G-O-A-T, the greatest of all time. So, Prahlada we have got in 7th chapter. In the 8th chapter, Gajendra Moksham, another Bhagavatottama. 9th chapter, Ambarisha. 10th chapter, our very own Gopikas, who dedicated their everything to Lord Krishna. 11th chapter, Uddhava. 12th chapter, Markandeya, Bhagavata Puranam. It speaks totally about Bhagavatas, so it is called Bhagavata Puranam. Now, our topic is the essence of Bhagavatam. What is the essence of Bhagavatam? In each of its 12 chapters, Bhagavata Puranam deals with one aspect of Bhagavan or one particular attribute of Bhagavan. So, totally 12 chapters means this Puranam deals with 12 important aspects or attributes or Kalyana Gunams of Bhagavan. Now, in this discourse, within a span of around 100 minutes, we are going to see the essence of each skandam, each chapter of Bhagavatam, totally 12 chapters. If we see the essence, the essential attribute explained in each chapter, then if we combine all those 12, that will be the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, without further delay, let us go to the first chapter of Bhagavatam, first skandam. What is the essence of first skandam? Tyaktvapi swapratignyam nijadana nigamam palayed bhaktivashyaha. Bhagavan loves his devotees. Devotion can bind Bhagavan. Bhagavan gets so much attracted by devotion that he loves to lose to his devotees. He loves to lose himself to his devotees. He lets his devotees win over him. This is the essence of first chapter. So, Bhagavan can be bound by devotion. He loves his devotees so much that he lets his devotees win over him. He lets his devotees win and he himself prefers to lose to his devotees. Just take a simple example. MS Dhoni is a great cricketer. Whatever bowler can bowl, he will hit it with helicopter shot for sixers. But if the child of Dhoni bowls a ball to MS Dhoni, he should not hit sixer. Rather, he should get clean bowled. That's true affection. Am I right? Can he hit a sixer? Can he play the helicopter shot when his own child bowls the ball? No. Similarly, Bhagavan will defeat all the other demons and other people. But when a devotee comes with devotion and love, Bhagavan will get clean bowled and he prefers to lose to his devotees. This is the essence of chapter 1. See, even youngsters are clapping. So, message conveyed. Where is it shown in first chapter? Bhishma. We have got Bhishma Stuti in the first chapter of Bhagavatam. The Bhishma Stuti, the scene is, Bhishma is lying on the bed of arrows. He was about to move to the upper worlds. Before moving to the upper worlds, Krishna appears in front of Bhishma. Bhishma praises the glories of Krishna and then reaches the heavenly abode. Now, in that Bhishma Stuti, Bhishma says, Swanigamam apahaya, Bhagavata verse, Swanigamam apahaya, mat pratignyam ritam adhikartum avapluto ratastaha, dhritaracha charanobhyayat chaladguhu, haririva hantumibham gatottariyaha. Bhishma says, O Krishna, now I remember one incident. Just before the start of the epic war of Mahabharatam, Lord Krishna made a vow. I will never take any weapons in my hand. This was the vow of Lord Krishna. I will never take any weapons in my hand. One press reporter went to Bhishma and he asked Bhishma, Krishna has given one press statement that he will not take any weapons during the course of Mahabharata war. What is your opinion about it? We see lot of debates in TV channels. They will ask another person, this person has given this kind of statement. What is your opinion about that? If that person has given a statement, you should have asked that person only. But they will ask another person. Similarly, they asked Bhishma, what is your opinion about the vow of Krishna? Bhishma is a great devotee of Krishna. Being a devotee, Bhishma said, okay. Krishna said, he will not take any weapons. Okay, let me make a vow now. I will make Krishna take weapon within the course of this Mahabharata battle. I make a vow now. I will make Krishna take weapon. Now Krishna says, I will not take weapon. Bhishma says, I will make Krishna take weapon. Now Mahabharata war starts. Day 1. Bhishma attacks Arjuna and Pandava army ferociously, ruthlessly, so ruthlessly on day 1 that Dharmaputra, Yudhishthira, he thought, if Bhishma attacks us ruthlessly like this, within 3 days the entire Pandava army will be destroyed. That much effect Bhishma's attack had on the Pandava army. On day 2, Arjuna regained some confidence and retaliated, and because of Arjuna's attack, Kaurava army faced a lot of damage on day 2. Day 1, Pandava army had a lot of damage. Day 2, Kaurava army had a lot of damage. So much damage that Duryodhana got angry. Duryodhana went to Bhishma and he questioned the integrity of Bhishma. Duryodhana told him, oh grandpa, I have doubt on you. You always love that Dharmaputra. So you are fighting from my side, but you wish to support that Pandavas only. You are putting goal on the same side. This is same side goal. I won't believe in you. Bhishma said, no Duryodhana. I won't cheat. I won't deceive anybody. This same side goal, it's not my habit. You see my valor on the battlefield tomorrow, Bhishma says. Now day 3. Day 1, Kauravas gained the upper hand. Day 2, Pandavas gained the upper hand. Now day 3, Bhishma comes with full force and he starts attacking the Pandava army. Arjuna literally had no answers to the arrows of Bhishma. Bhishma is attacking Arjuna, arrow after arrow, arrow after arrow he was attacking. And not only Arjuna, Bhishma's arrows started attacking Lord Krishna as well. Krishna was sitting in front of Arjuna as Partha Sarathi in the driver's seat. Always Bhagavan is in the driver's seat. We have to remember that. He is in the driver's seat for all of us. So he is on the driver's seat. Bhishma's arrows, arrow after arrow, arrow after arrow, they were attacking Lord Krishna as well. But Krishna accepted all those arrows from his devotee Bhishma as flowers offered in Archana. Since Bhishma is a great devotee, Krishna accepted all those arrows as flowers offered in Archana. As a mark of which, even today in Chennai, Triplicane, Thiruvallikeni, we can see Lord Partha Sarathi, the Utsava Murti's face will be full of wounds. They were all the wounds caused by the arrows of Bhishma. Still Lord shows up with all those wounds in Thiruvallikeni in Chennai, near the beach, Marina Beach. Now coming to our history, now Bhishma was attacking, Arjuna had no answers. Krishna told Arjuna, Arjuna, you strike back, Arjuna, strike back, Arjuna, strike back. No, he couldn't do anything. Now Krishna, he got down from the chariot. Krishna took his Sudarshana Chakra on his hands. He started walking towards Bhishma. Seeing this, Arjuna got shocked. Oh, my driver, he has gone against his vow. He promised, I won't take any weapon. But he has taken his Sudarshana Chakra and he is walking towards Bhishma. Arjuna was shocked. He also got down and he is going behind Krishna. Krishna. Arjuna was going. Bhishma, seeing Krishna coming with the Sudarshana Chakra, the disc, Bhishma dropped his bow and arrow. He joined his hands together in Anjali Mudra. Bhishma said, you kill me, I am ready to die in your hands, not in the hands of Arjuna. Krishna, you kill me. You attack me with your Sudarshana Chakra. I am ready. Bhishma joined his hands together, dropped his bow and arrow. Now Arjuna goes and does namaskaram to Krishna. He pleads with him, oh Krishna, you have done a blunder. You said you won't take any weapon. You have taken weapon now. No. Please, at least return to your seat now. Oh, Krishna. Oh, I have taken weapon. Sorry, Arjuna. I will come back to my driver's seat. So Krishna returned back. He was seated as Parthasarathi again. Arjuna took his seat on the chariot again. And then Arjuna fought back against Bhishma. Now you tell me, why should Krishna get down? Why should he take the disc in his hand? Why should he walk for 4 steps and then come back? He did nothing. Actually, this is mere show. Just a parrot. He walked for 4 steps towards Bhishma and then came back. Why should he do so? Any answers? Yes, Krishna did not want Bhishma to lose in his vow. Bhishma has made a pratigna that I will make Krishna take weapon. My devotee should never lose. Krishna lets his devotees win over himself. So Krishna voluntarily lost to Bhishma. Bhagavan never minds losing to his devotees. So what Krishna did is, the vow is, Krishna says, I won't take weapon. Bhishma says, I will make him take weapon. Krishna made Bhishma the winner at the cost of making himself the loser. So Bhagavan will definitely, lovingly make himself the loser and make his devotees the winners, because he wants to place his devotees one step above him. That's explained in the first chapter of Bhagavatam. One example for this to remember. Krishna taught Bhagavad Gita, right? Bhishma taught Vishnu Sahasranamam. Which is more famous? Vishnu Sahasranamam. People who chant Gita on daily basis are very few. But Vishnu Sahasranamam everybody chants, because this is also the Sankalpam of Lord Krishna. My devotee should always be ahead of me. So whatever my devotee thought, that Vishnu Sahasranamam, it should be ahead of what I myself taught, that Bhagavad Gita. So Vishnu Sahasranamam overtakes Bhagavad Gita. Bhishma overtakes Krishna. Devotees win over Bhagavan. So Bhagavan makes himself the loser, makes his devotees the winners, and on making his devotees the winners, Bhagavan attains true happiness and satisfaction. Just like Dhoni getting clean bowl to his own child. Take it for example. So this is the attribute of Bhagavan explained in the first chapter of Bhagavatam. Bhagavan wishes to lose to his devotees and make them the winner. Now, the second chapter of Bhagavatam shows us that Bhagavan is the primordial Acharya, the foremost Guru for all. Because we all get knowledge from some source. Essentially our Acharya, our Guru. Where from our Acharya got that knowledge? From his Acharya. Where from he got that? From his Acharya. If we go on tracing the route, the primordial Acharya is Lakshmi Natha Samarambham Nathayamuna Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So Lakshmi Natha, Lord Sriman Narayana, is the foremost of all Acharyas. From him only everything comes. How is it shown? We can see it in the second chapter of second skandam of Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Sriman Narayana wishes to create the universe. For that, initially, he creates Brahma, the four-faced creator Brahma, in his navel lotus. Brahma was initially unaware of who he was. Brahma was created in the navel. We see in the first slokam of Bhagavatam as well. Janmadhyasya yatonvayadi taratascha arteshu abhignaswarat tene brahma hridaya adikavaye muhyanti yat surayaha. So Bhagavan initially creates Brahma. He is now seated on the navel lotus of Sriman Narayana. He is seated above the petals of that lotus. Now Brahma looks around with his 8 eyes, right? 8 eyes. Brahma just looks around. He thinks, who am I? Who created me? Why was I created? What should I do? Brahma had no answers. So he started searching for answers by just climbing down the stem of that lotus. He is seated on the lotus petal. He just climbs down through the stem of the lotus and comes downwards, but he could not trace the beginning of that stem of that lotus. That is, he could not trace Bhagavan. So, failing in his attempt, again Brahma went back to his same abode of the top of the lotus, on the petals of the lotus. Brahma sat, he started thinking, even if I go downwards, I could not trace the beginning of this lotus. I don't know who am I. I don't know what to do. What shall I do? At that time, a divine voice appeared. Tapa, tapa, it said. Tapa means perform tapas, perform penance. Okay, Brahma closed all of his 8 eyes, started indulging in deep penance. As he performed that rigorous penance, Lord Sriman Narayana appeared before Brahma. And the Lord, he informs Brahma, your name is Brahma. You are four-faced. You have to create the entire universe. I only created you. This is your duty. I will hand over Vedas to you. Using the rules ordained in the Vedas, you can create all the Jivatmas based on their past karmas. In the previous cycle of creation, they would have done a lot of karmas. Based on that, you have to create the Jivatmas. All these things Lord Sriman Narayana taught Brahma. In addition to that, Bhagavatam says, you can see in the 2nd chapter, 9th section, 32 to 35, 4 shlokas, they are called Chatushloki Bhagavatam. Now, Narayana teaches Brahma, Ahameva samevagre, Nanyat yat sadasat param, Paschadaham yadetacha, Yovasishyeta sosmyaham. O Brahma, before creation, I alone existed. Everything, sentient and insentient beings, were all in subtle form attached to me. They could not be differentiated from me as separate entities. So, all of them were attached to me in micro form or subtle form. Now, I have started creating everything. After deluge, once this creation process is over, pralayam, deluge will come. After deluge, again everything will come and merge with me in micro form, subtle form, and they cannot be identified as separate entities. So, before creation, I alone will be there. After creation also, I alone will be there. During creation only, during this process of the existence of universe only, all these things appear in gross form with names and forms and other things. Otherwise, before creation or after deluge, they go to subtle forms. There is no entity which has a separate existence independent of me. Bhagavan teaches Brahma. No entity in this universe has a separate existence independent of Bhagavan. We are all supported by, controlled by, inseparable from, and working for the glory of Bhagavan. We are all supported by. Ramanuja describes this as Yasya Chetanasya Yadravyam Sarvatmana Swarte Niyantum Dharayitum Cha Shakyam Tat Seshataika Swabhavam Tattasya Shariram. We are supported by Bhagavan. We are inseparable from Bhagavan. We are controlled by Bhagavan. We are existing only to add glory to Bhagavan. So there is nothing which is independent of me. All beings are dependent on me for their sustenance and their activities. And finally Bhagavan says, though I dwell within all entities, he teaches Brahma, though I dwell within all entities, still I am different from them. Because the blemishes, the doshas in those entities never affect me. The matter, insentient matter, we say achetanam. The insentient matter undergoes change. But the Bhagavan who dwells within, he is changeless. Similarly, all individual souls, jivatmas, they are bound by karmas. But Bhagavan, he is beyond all karmas. Jivatmas, by nature, they are all atomic. But Bhagavan is all pervading. So, I am within everything. yet I am different from everything. So understand Brahma, I am within you also. I am your controller, I am your sustainer, I am your supporter. You have to work as per my command. My command is here, the Vedas. So Brahma, perform your process of creation, execute your duty. Not only that, Bhagavan gives one more instruction to Brahma. What I taught you is the essence of Bhagavata Puranam. These 4 points. Bhagavan exists even before creation and after deluge. Others take micro form before creation and after deluge, macro form, gross form only during creation. The second thing is Bhagavan, he alone controls everybody. There is nothing which has independent existence separate from him. Number 3, though he dwells within everything, he is still separate from all those things. He is different from all those things. And finally, matter changes, Bhagavan never changes. Jivatmas are atomic and bound by karma. Bhagavan is all pervading and beyond karma. Now, this is the essence of Bhagavatam. Brahma, you teach this to your son Narada. Bhagavan's order, you teach this to Narada. Now, Brahma expanded this and taught this to Narada in an expanded form. Narada further expanded this and taught to Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa further expanded this and taught to Shukabrahmam. Shukabrahmam, and whatever Vedavyasa taught him, Shukabrahmam taught it to Parikshit as Saptaham over 7 days at the banks of river Ganga. Whatever Shukabrahmam taught, that was expounded by Shaunaka Rishi, to Shaunaka Rishi by Suta Pauranika, the storyteller. Suta Pauranika explained that to Shaunaka Rishi. Thirumalai Nambi, the Acharya called Sri Shaila Purna, he explained all these things to Bhagavad Ramanuja. Bhagavad Ramanuja explained all these things to his Sishyas. My Acharya explained it to me. Now I am explaining to you all. So Bhagavan is the first Acharya. So whatever Bhagavatam we are listening to, this is the last shlokam in Bhagavatam. It says, Kasmayena vibhasitoyam atula jnana pradipah pura. Initially, this Bhagavatam was taught in a concise format to Brahma by Narayana. Then, being the Antaryami, indweller of Brahma, Narayana himself taught it to Narada through Brahma. Being the indweller of Narada, he taught it to Vedavyasa. Being the indweller of Vedavyasa, he taught it to Shukabrahmam. Being the indweller of Shukacharya, he taught it to Parikshit. Being the indweller of my Acharya, he taught it to me. Being my indweller Antaryami, he is explaining this to you. So this is the lineage of Bhagavata Puranam. So who is the first Acharya now? Bhagavan himself. That's why we say Lakshminatha Samarambham. So the second chapter of Bhagavatam shows that Brahmadwara Purana Pravachanam Apitat Lokabhadraya Kuryad. It is he who is the primordial Acharya, having Brahma as his primary disciple, Sishya. And he initiates the Guru Parampara, the lineage of Acharyas, thereby extending the contents even to us, even to people like us. So the Purana Pravachanam, explaining these Puranas, the first Acharya is Bhagavan. This is explained in the second chapter of Bhagavatam. I will give you one example. We see that plug point, right? Plug point. If the switch is on, if we place our finger on the plug point, what will happen? We will get shocked. Yes, we are shocked. Why are you speaking about unnecessary things? Yes, we are shocked. Okay, if a person touches a plug point, he will get shocked. If another person touches that person, he will also get the shock. If another person touches that person, he will also get the same shock. Similarly, please don't equate, please take it with a pinch of salt. Bhagavan is like plug point. We cannot touch him directly, but Brahma is the first disciple who touches that plug point. Next is Narada, next is Vyasa, next is Shuka, next is Parikshit, next all our Acharyas. Finally we come. Whoever touches, the same current shock passes through all of them. Whoever touches that Guru Parampara, the same divine knowledge current passes through all of them. This is the essence of second chapter, just to remember. Now the third chapter of Bhagavatam. What is the essence of third chapter? Chindyat bahum swakiyam nijapada ratimat pratikulye pravrittam. Bhagavan loves his devotees very much. This is the essence of third chapter. Bhagavan loves his devotees very much. So much that even if Bhagavan's very hand goes against his devotees, Bhagavan is ready to chop off his own hand. Anything which goes against his devotees, Bhagavan doesn't like that. So much that even if his own hand does anything against his devotees, he is ready to chop off his own hand. Where is it mentioned? In the third chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. You know about 4 Sanat Kumaras. They are the Manasika Putras of Brahma. The 4 Sanat Kumaras, Sanaka, Sanantana, Sanatana and Sanat Kumara. They all went to Vaikuntham to have darshan of Lord Sriman Narayana. It is Karya Vaikuntham, the relative Vaikuntham. They go there. They crossed the 6 entrances of Vaikuntham and they reached the 7th entrance of Vaikuntham. There were the doorkeepers named Jaya and Vijaya. Those Jaya and Vijaya saw these 4 Sanat Kumaras. They were small boys, not even wearing any royal costumes and all. Seeing them, those Jaya and Vijaya, they carried a stick in their hands. They showed that stick. Hey, stop, small boys. Are you fit to enter into Vaikuntha? No. You are all unfit. You are not even wearing good costumes. How dare you enter Vaikuntha? Get out. Those Jaya and Vijaya, those 2 men, they told Sanat Kumaras, get out. You can't enter into Vaikuntha. No entry. Sanat Kumaras got angry. They told Jaya and Vijaya, you two are unfit to be in Vaikuntha because nobody has the right to stop a devotee from having darshan of his Bhagavan. Bhagavan loves his devotees. Devotees love Bhagavan. Nobody can stand in between and stop devotees from having darshan of Bhagavan. You are unfit to be in Vaikuntha. Those Sanat Kumaras asked Jaya and Vijaya, oh, are you thinking that you are the 2 men who regulate whoever can have darshan of Bhagavan? Let us ask you one question. During deluge, God comes as a child on the banyan leaf and he swallows everything and keeps everything in his stomach. Now Sanat Kumaras asked Jaya and Vijaya, during that time, will you stand along the angle of Bhagavan's mouth and say, who can enter into his mouth, who cannot enter into his mouth? Will you regulate? This sloka is there in Bhagavatam. They asked, can you regulate? You can, no, you cannot enter into Bhagavan's mouth. You can enter into Bhagavan's mouth. Can you regulate during deluge standing at the angle of Bhagavan's mouth? No. Nobody can stop a devotee from having darshan of Bhagavan, but you are doing it. We will curse you, Jaya Vijaya. You should be born as demons on this earth for 3 births, not 1 birth. Each of you should be born as demons for 3 births, as a result of which they took birth as Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Shishupala, Dantavakra. So all 3 births, they came as brothers. Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha were twins. Ravana, Kumbhakarna were brothers. Shishupala, Dantavakra were cousins. Anyway, they can be called as brothers or siblings in one way or other. But the question is, Jaya came as Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, Shishupala. Vijaya came as Hiranyaksha, Kumbhakarna, Dantavakra. Now, Ravana is elder brother, Kumbhakarna is younger brother. Shishupala was elder and Dantavakra was younger. Now, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, who was elder, who was younger? There is one secret there. They were twins. Hiranyaksha was born first from the womb of his mother. Hiranyakashipu was born second. But in twin pregnancy, the child which is born first is younger. The child which is born next is elder. So, born first was Hiranyaksha, born second was Hiranyakashipu. But the elder brother is Hiranyakashipu, younger brother is Hiranyaksha. That is the twins' rule. So, they had to take birth. As this curse was given, Lord Sriman Narayana, the omniscient Lord, he himself opened the 7th door of Vaikuntham and came outside. Goddess Mahalakshmi was there on his right, Garuda was there to his left. Have you been to Srivilliputur in Tamil Nadu? In Srivilliputur, Lord Rangamannar, Lord Sriman Narayana Rangamannar will be in the center. The representative of Lakshmi, Andal Nachiyar, will be on his right. Garuda will be to his left. He will be placing his hands on the shoulder of Garuda. Bhagavatam describes the same scene. Nachiyar Lakshmi to his right, Garuda to his left, Bhagavan placing his hands on the shoulder of Garuda, and behind him the great divine servants Nityasuris, they were holding a pearl umbrella for Bhagavan. Now Bhagavan comes outside. Sanat Kumaras, they were overwhelmed with joy and devotion to have darshan of Bhagavan. They offered their namaskarams. They then chanted a lot of prayers towards Bhagavan. And then these Sanat Kumaras sought apology from Lord Narayana. Apology for what? We got angry and cursed your servants without your permission. Oh Bhagavan, Jaya and Vijaya are your servants, but without your permission, we have cursed them. Please forgive us. Now Sanat Kumara seek apology from Bhagavan. For that, Bhagavan Narayana replied, no Sanat Kumaras, your curse is 100% right. Because this Jaya and Vijaya, they have insulted you. You are my devotees. I cannot accept anybody insulting my devotees. I cannot bear with it. I will get angry if anybody insults my devotees. So this curse is definitely right. You consider that this curse was given by me through you. This is my own curse. I am cursing them. Let them be born as demons for 3 births on this earth. This curse definitely is not wrong. As they have insulted my devotees, they have to endure this curse. Saying so, Bhagavan tells Sanat Kumaras, even if my hand goes against my devotees, I don't mind chopping off my hand. Bhagavan says, Chindyam swabahumapi vav pratikula vrittim. Chindyam, I will cut off. Swabahumapi, my own hand. Vav pratikula vrittim. If it goes against you, if it acts against my devotees, I never mind chopping off my own hand, because I always love my devotees so much. So I don't accept anything that goes against my devotees. I am ready to punish anybody who goes against my devotees. Saying so, he cursed Jaya and Vijaya. Thereby they were born as demons for 3 births. So the 3rd chapter of Bhagavatam shows that Bhagavan loves his devotees so much. So much that more than Mahalakshmi, his own divine wife Mahalakshmi, more than he loves Mahalakshmi, Bhagavan loves devotees. This has been explained beautifully by the great mystic poet Nammalvar. In his Thiruvaimozhi he says, Namakkum Poovinmisai Nangaikum Inbanai. God loves his devotees as much as he loves Mahalakshmi. God loves his devotees as much as he loves Mahalakshmi. What do you infer from this line? What does it show? Our commentators write here, God loves devotees more than Mahalakshmi. The verse there is, Namakkum Poovinmisai Nangaikum Inbanai. God loves his devotees as much as he loves his own consort Mahalakshmi. But the commentary is, God loves his devotees more than he loves Mahalakshmi. Song commentary don't match, right? There is a match. There was a wealthy person. Deepavali function came. He had to buy a sari for his wife. So he went to a famous shop and then he bought a silk sari for his wife worth rupees 50,000. He had a servant maid also in his own house. For servant maid also he has to buy a sari for Deepavali. He bought a sari, same 50,000 rupees, same silk sari for servant maid also. Now you say he loves his wife or servant maid. Who does he love more? Hey, what man, you are creating confusion in his family. 50,000 rupees silk sari for his wife. Same 50,000 rupees silk sari for his servant maid. Who does he love more? Huh? Why this family confusion you are asking? The same case, Bhagavan is the head of the family. Mahalakshmi is his wife. We are all his servants. When a person says that Bhagavan loves his devotees as much as he loves his own wife, that directly means that his love is more towards us only. If he buys the same saree as his wife to his servant maid, he loves servant maid only more. If he shows the same love to his wife to all of us, his servants, it means that he loves his devotees more than Mahalakshmi. So, if anything goes against his devotees, Bhagavan will just chop that off. Even if it is his hand, Bhagavan says, Chintyam so bahumapivav pratikula vrittim. This love of Bhagavan towards devotees is highlighted in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavatam. So, 25% of our discourse is over. Okay? 12 chapters, 3 chapters over. First chapter, Bhagavan loves to lose to his devotees. Second chapter, it is he who is the primordial Acharya who transmits knowledge to his devotees. Number 3, if anything goes against his devotees, he will just chop off even if it is his hand. Now, chapter 4. Bhagavan can give spiritual enlightenment even to a small boy and make him wise, make him a jnani. This is extolled in the 4th chapter of Bhagavatam. Arbam kartum kavindram prabhavati kripaya kambu samsparshatopi. Just by the touch of his conch, Bhagavan gave divine knowledge to Dhruva and made him sing the praises of Bhagavan. So, it is Bhagavan who gives us true knowledge. It is Bhagavan who can make us wise in a moment. What is there in it, you may ask? It is very difficult to make a man wise in a single moment. Let me give you one example. If you like me very much, if you want to make me rich, no issue. If you give me a check rupees 1 crore, nobody will give, just imaginary, hypothetical. If somebody gives me a check worth rupees 1 crore, immediately the next moment I can become a rich man. You can make me rich in a single second, but can you make me wise? This brain is too slow. This is very hard to be made wise. So, it is very easy to make a person rich. It is very, very difficult to make a person wise. But the capability of Bhagavan is, within a fraction of a second, he can give jnanam, he can make even a small boy wise. Before that, Dhruva was a very small boy. He didn't know even to chant rhymes like Jani Jani, yes papa, eating sugar, no papa, telling lies, no papa, open your mouth, ha ha ha, very simple only. But he could not recite even those short rhymes. But that same Dhruva, within a fraction of a second, starts chanting Dhruva Stuti, Yontaf Pravishya Mamavacham Imam Prasuptam Sanjivayati Akhila Shakti Dhara Swadhamna. Starting that, Dhruva composes Dhruva Stuti. That means Bhagavan gives knowledge within a fraction of a second. That's explained in the 4th chapter of Bhagavatam. There was a king by name Uttanapada. His first wife was Suniti, second wife was Suruchi. This Uttanapada had more attachment towards his second wife Suruchi and her son Uttama. But he ignored his first wife Suniti and her son Dhruva. One fine morning, this Dhruva, he wanted to be seated on the lap of his father and enjoy the paternal affection of his father. So Dhruva just went towards his father. He was seated on his throne. He was a king. Dhruva goes towards him and wanted to get himself seated on the lap of his father. But his stepmother, Suruchi, was by the side of Uttanapada. Without mercy in her heart, with arrogance, she just pushed Dhruva and told him, "How dare you sit on his lap?" Dhruva started crying and said, "Oh mother, I want to be seated on my father's lap. I want to enjoy his paternal affection." "No, you do not have right to sit on his lap," Suruchi told him. Dhruva, he is a small child. He doesn't know all these problems, ego issues and other things. He asked her, "Why can't I sit on the lap of my father? I am his son. He is my father. Why should not I be seated there?" For that Suruchi replied, "It's not enough if you are his son alone. You should be born out of my womb to be seated on his lap. But you are born from the womb of an unlucky woman, Suniti, so you have no right." Dhruva still could not understand. He said, No, I want to sit on the lap of my father. What should I do now? I am already born. What should I do now?" Suruchi told him, "You do one thing. You go to forest. You perform penance towards Lord Sriman Narayana. Pleased by your penance, Bhagavan will appear before you and ask you, what boon do you want? You tell him, please bless me with the boon of being born out of the womb of Suruchi. Getting boon, you die in this birth, take next birth as my son, and then you can sit on the lap of your father. Till such time, you can't sit on his lap. Get out, get lost, go perform penance, come back as my son, and then be seated on your father's lap. Dhruva started crying more and more. He went to his mother Suniti. He explained everything. Suniti told him, whoever says whatever thing, take good thing from that. Never curse other people. Never get angry on other people. Your stepmother didn't say anything wrong. She asked you to perform penance. She asked you to worship Lord Sriman Narayana. It is a very good thing. Worshipping Bhagavan is a very good thing. She has instilled devotion. She has inculcated devotion in the young mind. That's a very good thing. So see everything in a positive way, Dhruva, but one change. What she told you is, you meditate on Narayana, do penance towards Narayana, and get the boon of being seated on the lap of Uttanap. No. When Bhagavan himself comes, you can be seated on the lap of Bhagavan himself. Why ask this father? He is the universal father. Bhagavan is going to come to you. Ask something big from Bhagavan. Don't ask this father's lap. Ask something big. He will bless you with great position. He will make you seated in a great position. So go to forest, perform penance, says Suniti. Now Dhruva proceeds towards forest. As he went towards forest, Narada came in front of Dhruva. Whoever goes towards Narayana with devotion, Narada will go in search of them. Narada will appear in front of them. Seeing Narada, Dhruva offered his namaskarams to Narada. Narada blessed Dhruva by just placing his hand on its head. And Narada asks Dhruva, oh boy, where are you going? The 5-year-old child Dhruva, he says, I am going to forest, I am going to perform penance. Narada asked, do you know the spelling of tapas? Do you know the spelling of penance? Hey, go and play with your friends, boy. First, you involve yourself in family life. You lead a family life. Then you can think about forest, penance, meditation. They are all afterwards. Dhruva said, no, I am firm. Dhruva means a person who is firm, who is stubborn, who has conviction, determination and perseverance. Dhruva says, no, I won't go back. I want to get a great position. I want to get a better seat than the lap of my father. So without getting, I won't go back. Narada, seeing the firmness, the stance of Dhruva, Narada advised him how to perform penance. See, if we are interested to worship Bhagavan, Bhagavan himself will show us the way. Did Dhruva know anything about penance? No. Once he decided to perform penance, Bhagavan himself has sent Narada. Now Narada teaches Dhruva how to do penance, how to meditate on Bhagavan. Getting all those instructions and mantra upadesham from Narada, Dhruva proceeds to a place called Madhuvanam on the banks of river Yamuna and engages himself in penance for 5 months continuously. 5-year-old boy performs 5-month penance towards Narayana. Shukabrahmam in Bhagavatam describes how Dhruva meditated on Bhagavan. We can all open our inner eyes now. Of course, external eyes should also be open during Upanyasam. Let us, in addition to that, let us open our inner eyes also. How Dhruva meditated on Bhagavan. The description given by Shukabrahmam, if we just memorize these shlokas, it will be very, very easy to meditate on Bhagavan from head to foot. Keshadi Padantam. Prasadabhimukham shashvat prasanna vadanekshanam. A smiling face which is always pleasant to his devotees. Sunasam subruvam charukapolam surasundaram. Handsome nose, handsome eyebrows and handsome cheeks. Tarunam ramaniyangam arunoshta ikshanadharam. He is youthful. Every part of his body is attractive and his eyes are red. His lips are red, eyes are red as lotus, lips are red as bimba fruit. Pranatashrayanam nrimnam sharanyam karunarnavam. He appears as an ocean of compassion. Srivatsankam ghanashyamam purusham vanamalinam. He has the mark of Srivatsam on his right chest, where Goddess Mahalakshmi is seated. He appears as a dark blue cloud. He has the hue of a dark cloud. He wears Vaijayanti Vanamala garland on his neck. Shankha Chakra Gada Padmaihi Abhivyakta Chaturbhujam. He has got 4 hands. In the right upper hand, he has got Sudarshana Chakra. In the left upper hand, he has Panchajanya conch. In the left lower hand, he has got Kaumodaki mace Gada. In the right lower hand, he carries a lotus. Kiritinam Kundalinam Keyura Valayanvitam. He wears a crown. He wears beautiful earrings. He has shoulder girdles. He is wearing a bracelet. Kaustubha Bharanagrivam Pita Kausheya Vasasam. He wears Kaustuba gem necklace on his neck, and he wears Pita Kausheya Vasasam, golden silk attire, yellow silk attire on his waist. Kanchi Kalapa Pariyastam Lasat Kanchana Nupuram. He is wearing golden waist girdle as well as anklets which are made of gold and shining. Darshaniya Tamam Shantam Manonayana Vardhanam. As we meditate on this divine form, devotion just grows in our eyes and mind. Padbyam Nakamani Srenya Velasadbyam Samarchatam Hritpadma Karnika Dhishnyam Akramya Atmani Avastitam. As we meditate on his feet and the 10 nails of his feet, those 10 nails and the brilliance and the illumination of those 10 feet, they just illuminate our entire heart, and they just cover and they conquer our entire heart. Smayamanam Abhidyayet Sanuraga Avalokanam Niyatena Ekabhutena Manasa Varad. God is smiling towards us. He is pouring the ocean of love and compassion towards us. In this posture, we have to maintain the form and frame of God within our mind and meditate on Him. This is the procedure explained by Narada. Now just open your eyes. We will have a divine feeling of having darshan of Bhagavan himself. So with this, Narada taught Dhruva a mantra also. Japyascha paramo guhyaha shruyatam me nripatmaja yam saptaratram prapatan puman pashyeti kecharan. That 12 syllabled Vasudeva mantra. Usually we don't say mantras in public forum. They have to be learned through Acharya. So 12 lettered mantra which has the name of Vasudeva, Vasudeva mantram. Narada taught that and says, one who does japam of this Vasudeva mantram after proper initiation, within 7 days he can see devas in the sky. That much potency this mantra has. So with all these mantras and meditation, Dhruva started meditating on Bhagavan for 5 months in the bank of Yamuna at the place called Madhuvanam. At the end of 5 months, Dhruva had conquered Bhagavan, and Bhagavan has totally started to dwell in the heart of Dhruva. How can we realize that? If Dhruva places his right foot on the earth starts tilting rightwards. If he places his left foot on the earth starts tilting leftwards, because the entire weight of Bhagavan is now within the heart of Dhruva. At this stage, Bhagavan comes on his divine mount, Garuda. In Garuda Vahanam, Bhagavan comes in front of Dhruva and calls him Dhruva. Now, whatever form he has meditated in his mental frame so far, Dhruva opens his eyes. The same Lord, starting from head to foot, he is seated on Garuda. Dhruva, he was overwhelmed with joy to have darshan of this Bhagavan. He wanted to praise Bhagavan. He wanted to sing the glories of Bhagavan. But Dhruva was short of words. He wasn't even capable of reciting any rhymes or anything. So he was unable to praise Bhagavan. He loved to praise. Shukabramam says he wanted to kiss Bhagavan. He wanted to hug Bhagavan. This is devotional love. But he was hesitant. He at least wanted to sing the praise of Bhagavan, but he didn't possess knowledge. He didn't have the power of speech. He was struggling what to do. Bhagavan himself got down from Garuda. He himself came near Dhruva. He placed his conch, Panchajanyam, on the cheek of Dhruva. From that moment, I told you one example, right? You can't make a person wise in a moment. You can make him rich. You can't make him wise. But Bhagavan can do that just by the sparsham, divine touch of that Panchajanyam. Dhruva gained great knowledge and started praising Yontaf Pravishya Mamavacham Imam Prasuptam Sanjeevati Akila Shakti Dharaswadhamna Hasta Charanatvagadin Pranan Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam. Starting thus, Dhruva sings Dhruva Stuti. Finally, Bhagavan blesses Dhruva. Dhruva, you wanted a great position, great seat. Let me give you the great seat position called pole star Dhruvasthanam. Nobody has been seated there so far. Dhruva, let me give you that sthanam. You will adorn that position, Dhruva position, as pole star, and the entire universe should look up towards you with awe and reverence. What great heights a devotee can touch. If a person engages in devotion, what great heights he will reach. Everybody should look up to you with awe and wonder. But before that, Dhruva, you just go back to your place. Because at 5 years of age, if I send you straight away to Dhruvasthanam, people will say, no, don't worship Bhagavan. If a child worships Bhagavan, he will immediately give upper world to that child. We will lose that child. People always want to have good family life also. So Dhruva, you go back. Your father will coronate you as the next emperor. You rule the earth for 36,000 years, and then you will reach the pole star, that great sthanam called pole star. As per the orders of Bhagavan, Dhruva went back. He was coronated, ruled for 36 years, led a good family life, performed all yagas and yajnas, and finally from Badrikashramam he mounted on a divine aircraft to that pole star Dhruvasthanam. As he boarded the aircraft, Dhruva informed the messengers there, oh my God, I have missed somebody. Always when we go in car, after going for 2 or 3 kilometers, oh, I have left something at my home, we will think. Dhruva said, I have missed my mother Suniti. Suniti is still in the palace. I didn't take her with me. Let me take my mother also to this Dhruvasthanam. But the Vishnu Dudas in that Vimanam showed him, see there. One more Vimanam was going even before Dhruva. They told him, your mother Suniti is going in that Vimanam to Dhruvasthanam. She will reach Dhruvasthanam first. You will reach second. What? I only meditated on Bhagavan. I only performed penance, but my mother. They said, whoever encourages a person to engage in devotion, they will be blessed first. It was Suniti who encouraged Dhruva. So Suniti attained Dhruvasthanam first. Dhruva then attained the status of pole star. Still, we look at him, that pole star, Dhruva Nakshatra, we say, twinkle, twinkle, pole star. How we wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky, he is shining, shining, shining. So within a fraction of a second, even he may be a child. He may not have the intellect or the power of speech. But if we are the recipients of Bhagavan's grace, within a single moment, he can make us wise, he can give us enlightenment, he can make us a jnani. Arbam kartum kavindram prabhavati kripaya kambu samsparshatopi. This is the content of the 4th chapter of Bhagavatam. Now the 5th chapter of Bhagavatam. What is the essence? If a person engages in devotion, for some period of life, he remains as a devotee. But suddenly, he deviates from the path of devotion and goes in some other way. What will happen to him? Take the example of a person. Up to 60 years of life, he remains a devotee. He attends discourses, sings the names of Bhagavan, recites Vishnu Sahasranamam, goes to temple, everything. But suddenly, at 60 years of age, he becomes an atheist. He joins atheistic political party and spreads atheistic views. He dies at 80. What will happen? 5th chapter answers. Yogad brashtasya raksham kalayati bahudha amukti tasmin ratasan. Even if a devotee deviates from his path of devotion, at some stage, even if he goes against the path of devotion, Bhagavan will not forsake that devotee. Bhagavan will ensure that that devotee mends his ways at least in the next birth, and Bhagavan will also ensure that he resumes the devotion in the next birth from where he left off in the previous birth. To understand this, I will give you one example. A person writes an exam. In our Indian system, we say 35 marks out of 100 for pass. If you score 35 out of 100, you will get pass. That boy scored 20 marks out of 100. Is pass or fail? Fail. So he writes the attempt exam next. In that exam also, he scored 20 out of 100. Pass or fail? Bhagavan gives pass. Because in the previous exam, you have got 20 marks. In the current exam, you have got 20 marks. 20 plus 20, 40. Nobody will give pass, but Bhagavan will give. Similarly, in the previous birth, you have performed devotional activities up to 60 years of age. Let me keep it in your account. In the next birth, you need not start your devotion from scratch. At whichever point you have left it, just resume from that point and I will grant you salvation. This is the mercy of Bhagavan. This is highlighted in the 5th chapter of Bhagavatam. Yogad brashtasya raksham kalayati bahudha mukti tasmin ratasan. How? There was a king by name Bharata. He was the son of Rishabha Yogi Deva. His name is Bharata. Actually, there are 4 famous Bharatas in our country of Bharat. The 4th Bharata is Bharata Muni, who gave us Bharatanatyam dance. Bharata Muni. He is the 4th Bharata. 3rd Bharata is Kaikeyi's son, the younger brother of Rama in Ramayana. 2nd Bharata is the son of Dushyanta and Shakuntala. He is called Bharata. But the senior most Bharata, the first Bharata is this Adi Bharata. He was a king. He ruled the country called Ajanabha Desham. Aja means Brahma. Ajanabha means Brahma's navel. The country which was Ajanabha, Brahma's navel. This Bharata ruled. Since this Bharata ruled Ajanabha Desham, it came to be known as Bharata Desham. Anything which belongs to Bhagavan is Bhagavatam. Anything which belongs to Bharata is Bharata. Our country got its name from this person only. Bhagavatam says, we are all saying we are all Bharatiyans. Our country is Bharat. Who gave name means this Bharata, the senior most Bharata who ruled our country. Since Bharata, before that our country's name was Ajanabha. Bhagavatam says Ajanabha Varsham, Ajanabha Desham. Since Bharata ruled it, it became Bharata Desham. This Bharata, after ruling as per Dharma, at one stage he retired to forest. He gave the kingdom to his son, retired to forest. He became a sage, Raja Rishi, and engaged in penance, Bhakti Yoga Dhyanam. He started meditating on Bhagavan. This Bharata's devotion and meditation was so deep that he will continually immerse himself in the devotional thoughts of Bhagavan. If oil is poured from a vessel, the oil will pour as a continuous stream without any break in between. Similarly, Bharata's thoughts, they were all engrossed in Bhagavan. He will just sit in penance and always think of Bhagavan. His devotional meditation was going on and on and on. Till one day, where he saw a fawn, baby deer is called fawn. He saw a fawn which was separated from its mother deer. Now this Bharata showed compassion towards that fawn. He brought that fawn to his own hermitage, became its caretaker. He brought up that fawn as his own kid. He developed too much attachment towards that fawn. It grew up as a deer. Still this attachment was not gone. He was feeding it. He was just doing everything for it as if a father was doing to his own kid. Now this Bharata, his meditation now started focusing on this deer. Now when he sits on Padmasanam and closes his eyes, oh, how beautiful the horns of my deer are. Oh, beautiful horns. The eyes, wow, deer's eyes, so beautiful. The thoughts on its body, so beautiful. So instead of focusing on the divine form of divine body of Bhagavan, this Bharata started thinking of the body of deer. At one stage, he was about to die. Even at that stage, my dear deer, my dear deer. He was thinking all along that deer through his life. And as he passed away, in the next birth, whatever you think, so you become. Antima kala smaranam, whatever you think at the time of death, the next birth, Bharata was born as a deer. Can he get liberation, mukti, moksham from that point? Very difficult. No, Bhagavan never forsakes his devotees. Here it comes. Now, Bhagavan did not leave this dear Bharata as it is. Bhagavan gave him the memory of his previous birth. That deer, it realized that I was Bharata, a Rajarishi in my previous birth. But forgetting Bhagavan in the middle, thinking about a deer, I have taken birth as a deer. I should be careful in this birth. I will be just engrossed in the thoughts of Bhagavan. I won't divert my mind to any other things. So the deer started thinking about Bhagavan. See, this is the blessing. Because does anybody of us remember our previous births? No. If anybody asks what is the tiffin you took this morning, that itself we don't remember. Even the person who cooked won't remember because they may be watching YouTube or some other things. But this deer has the memory of its previous birth. Because of that memory, it was very agile in that birth, so that in the next birth, that deer was born as a Vedic scholar. Again, he was named Bharata. Now, Bharata Raja, then retired as Raja Rishi, then born as deer. Next birth, born as a Vedic scholar, again Bharata. In that birth, he was very much careful. I should not shift my focus to any other things. I should always meditate on Bhagavan, meditate on Bhagavan. So what he did is, he just remained idle. He was silent. He didn't speak to anybody, because we just start speaking to somebody else. They will ask something, they will ask some questions, they will just speak some gossip, and our mind will focus on that gossip. No, I can't take any risk anymore. Even if we engage in some other work, no, I will remain idle, I will remain silent. So he came to be known as Jada Bharata, idle Bharata. He became Jada Bharata. He kept on thinking of Bhagavan, engaged in Bhakti Yoga Dhyanam. At the end of that birth, Bharata attained liberation. So this shows that once you have started engaging in devotional practices, Bhagavan takes us into his fold and he will never forsake us. It is not that one day this person attended discourse, then he went in his own way, Bhagavan will forsake him. No. Once you have come into the fold of Bhagavan, even if you leave Bhagavan, Bhagavan won't leave you. Even if we don't want Bhagavan, Bhagavan will not let us go. Some way or other, he will make us mend our ways. He will make us come back to the path of devotion. So all we need is just initiation. Because everybody asks, especially abroad, they say, our next generation, they have to engage in devotion. They have to get interest in spirituality. What is the way? Just make them attend discourses. Just bring them to the temples. Then they should develop interest. That's in the hands of Bhagavan. Once they have come to Bhagavan, Bhagavan will never let them go away. Bhagavan will definitely, it may be today, it may be tomorrow, it may be 1 month later or 1 year later or even 1 birth later, but definitely that initiation towards spirituality will definitely give them great benefits. This is shown in the 5th chapter of Bhagavatam. So, Yogad Brahtasya Raksham Kalayati Bagudha Amukti Tasmin Ratasan. Now coming to the 6th chapter of Bhagavatam. 6th chapter says, whatever sins we may commit, of course we should not commit sins, but knowingly or unknowingly we have committed sins. Don't worry, chant the names of Bhagavan. Bhagavan will remove all our sins. Bhaktam bhakte paradham hi apinija kripaya shigrameva abhirakshet. If you chant the names of Bhagavan, definitely Bhagavan will cleanse us of all our sins. This has been shown in the 6th chapter in Ajamila Upakhyanam. There was a person by name Ajamila. He was born in a Brahmin family. He learnt all Vedas in his childhood, but didn't put it to practice. He just left all his austerities. He married a prostitute. He became a robber. He led a life with bad conduct. He committed lot of crimes including murder, etc. And the only good thing he did in his entire life was, he totally had 10 sons. He named his last son, 10th son, dear son, as Narayana. That's the only good thing he did. So our organizer's name also. So this Ajamila, all through his life, he committed lot of crimes, lot of sins. He was a robber. He married a prostitute. He left all his austerities. He was full of bad conduct. He did only one good thing. He named his last son as Narayana, 10th son. He lived for 88 years. At his 88th year of life, he was in his deathbed, the messengers of Yama came to cast the whip on him, death whip on him. At that time, he was so much attached to his lost 10th child, so he called him out, Narayana, not Narayana, this Narayana. Immediately, 4 messengers of Lord Sriman Narayana, Vishnu Dudas, they appeared before Ajamila. They stopped Yamadudas. No, you should not take this Ajamila with you. Yamadudas asked, why should we not take Ajamila with you? His life is gone. We have to take him to our Yamadharmaraja. No. He has chanted the name of Bhagavan. You should not take him. They said, no. He has committed a lot of sins and crimes throughout his life. Yaman has to give him punishment. He has to be given that punishment for everything, including all Narakas, Kumbhipakam, Andakopam, Rauravam, Maharauravam, Asipatravanam, everywhere. He should be punished. The Vishnu Duda said, no. He has performed prayashchitam, atonement for all his sins. After a person has performed that atonement or prayashchitam, how can you punish him? They asked, what atonement did he do? He chanted the name Narayana. That is the atonement of all the sins he had committed, not only in this birth, for all his previous births, whatever sins he had committed till date, for all those sins, this single chant of Narayana is the atonement. Yamadudas just laughed. How is it possible? You commit sins all through so many births, chant one time Narayana, and then sins are gone. Is it right? Is it right? What do you say? For that, Vishnu Dudas gave a beautiful example. There is a dark room. It was dark for 1,000 years. A person lights a lamp in that dark room. How long should that lamp burn to illuminate the dark room? How long should that lamp burn to illuminate a dark room which had been dark for 1,000 years? Your answer? The next moment. No, it has been dark for 1,000 years, so the lamp also should burn for 1,000 years to remove the 1,000-year darkness. No, it might have been dark for even crores of years. Once you light a lamp, immediately that illumination, that brightness will fill that dark room. Our crores of sins are like the dark room. Narayana Nama is like the lamp. Once the lamp is lit, darkness is completely gone. Once you chant the name, immediately all sins are gone. Yamadudas asked, if you say so, now people will say, okay, we have got a ready atonement. We will perform any sins. We will chant Narayana. All our sins will be gone. Vishnu Dudas answered, no. There is a difference between other prayashchitas, other atonements and Narayana Namam. When you do a prayashchita, it removes the sin alone. But Narayana Namam, it removes the sin as well as the intent to commit sin in future. So if a person chants the name of Narayana, it not only removes the sin, it removes the intention of committing further sins also. It removes the vasanas also. So any person who chants Narayana Nama will not repeat the sin again in his life. Okay, Yamadudas asked a logical question. He did not think of your Narayana. He thought of his son Narayana and called. There was a classroom. 2 boys were fighting. One boy told another boy, you are a mental. You are a mentally challenged person. No, you are a fool, he said. The other person said, you are calling me a fool. You are a fool. You are a fool. You are a fool. 2 students were exchanging the same dialogue. You are a fool. You are a fool. Teacher came. Why are you fighting when I am here? Why are you fighting when... Now you can understand what he meant. Similarly, he calls his son. Why are you coming in the middle and saying, oh, no, he called our Narayana and we are going to save him? What's the purpose? Now Vishnu Dudas tell Yamadudas, no, even if a person chants the name of Narayana unknowingly, still the name of Narayana will give benefit. How? They give 2 examples. Fire. If I touch fire, knowingly or unknowingly, fire will hurt me, it will burn my hand. Somebody said, no, I didn't know that it is fire, that's why I placed my hand. No. Fire's duty is to burn. Similarly, Narayana Nama is like fire. Knowingly or unknowingly, if you chant, it will burn the sins. It is its duty. Second example, it is a medicine for the disease of worldly existence. If a person takes medicine with a knowledge of it, a person has fever, he takes Dolo 650, paracetamol 650 mg, he knows para-acetaminophenol, it has 650 milligram of medicine in it. Knowing all these things, a person takes paracetamol. Another person, he knows nothing, just doctor gives a prescription. Usually in India, doctor's prescription handwriting you cannot understand, he just takes the medicine. Both of them are relieved of fever. Similarly, a person chants Narayana Nama, knowing all its glory, greatness, thinking of Narayana, he also gets rid of that disease called samsara. Another person who doesn't know anything, just chants Narayana, he also gets rid of the disease called samsara. So it is a medicine for all our diseases, including the disease of worldly existence, disease of karma, disease of samsara. So it will always work. Now, Yamadudas went back. Vishnududas, what they did? They didn't take Ajamila with them. They just left Ajamila, and Vishnududas also went back to Vaikuntham. Now that's what Bhagavatam says. Now Ajamila, he realized the glory of God's name. He also realized his mistakes. He mended his ways. Ajamila went to the banks of Ganga. There he started performing penance, bhakti yogam. He meditated on Bhagavan. He realized the nature of Jivatma and the Paramatma situated within Jivatma. And as he performed this devotional meditation, again the same Vishnududas appeared and then took him to Vaikuntha. So the 6th chapter shows that Bhaktam Bhakte Paradam Hyapinija Kripaya Shigrameva Abhirakshet. So any person, whatever sins he might have committed, once he chants the names of Bhagavan, Bhagavan will definitely save us, definitely protect us. He will liberate us from all our sins, no doubt about that. So 50% over. Now coming to the 7th chapter of Bhagavatam. What does the 7th chapter say? Bhagavan always makes sure that the words of his devotees come true. Whatever his devotees say, Bhagavan wants to ensure that the words of his devotees never become false. Satyokti naijabrityan kalayati satatam chitra samsthana ramyaha. He wants to ensure that the words of his devotees become satyam, true. They never become false. How? There was a demon by name Hiranyakashipu. He performed penance towards Brahma. You all know. I'll just brush it up for completion's sake. He performed penance towards Brahma. Brahma appeared before him. What kind of boon you want? Hiranyakashipu asked, I should not be killed by a man or an animal. I should not get death either in the day or at night. I should not get death either inside the house or outside the house. I should not be killed either on the earth or in the skies. I should not be killed either by a living thing or a non-living thing. All these boons he got. He became arrogant. He captured the entire universe. He defeated devas, yakshas, nagas, birds, men, humans, and all other classes of beings in this universe. And this Hiranyakashipu, he ruled all the 14 worlds. He proclaimed, I am God. Everybody should worship me. He would have his breakfast in the nether worlds. He will have his lunch at the Swargaloka, and he will have dinner at the Satyaloka of Brahma. He was ruling all the 14 worlds. This Hiranyakashipu had a wife by name Kayadu. When Kayadu was pregnant, at that time Hiranyakashipu had gone to perform penance. This Kayadu was pregnant. Devas and Indra, the king of Devas, Indra tried to kill Kayadu when Hiranyakashipu was away to do penance. But Narada stopped Indra. No, you should not kill a pregnant woman, it is a great sin. So Narada stopped Indra from killing her, and Narada granted asylum to the pregnant Kayadu in his own hermitage ashram. In Narada's ashram, Narada used to sing the names of Bhagavan Narayana every day using his Veena Magati. Kayadu listened to it or not. More importantly, the child, the fetus in the womb of Kayadu, that child listened to the chant of Narayana by Narada while he was in the womb of his mother. Scientifically, it is proved that the child in the womb can listen to external sounds. So, there is a proverb, bend the twig to bend the tree. The best phase to nurture devotion is fetal stage. We have to nurture devotion in the minds of our children when they are in the fetal stage itself. We just let it loose, and then after they become 10 years old or 20 years old, then we try to inculcate devotion. That becomes very difficult. Prahlada was a born devotee. So the child in the womb of the mother listened to all those chants and developed devotion. As Hiranyakashipu came back after penance, Narada sent Kayadu back to her husband's place. There Kayadu begot a son. That son is none other than Prahlada. In Sanskrit, Hlada means bliss, happiness. Prahlada means good bliss. Just the mention of his name gives us good bliss. He is Prahlada, good bliss personified. He had two elder brothers, Hlada and Anuhlada. Later he had one younger brother by name Samhlada. So he is actually the third son. Hlada, Anuhlada, elder brothers. Third one is Prahlada, younger one is Samhlada. Now this Prahlada, since he received the blessings of an Acharya Narada while he was in the womb of his mother, he was a born devotee right from birth. He had all the characters of good devotees. He was obedient to elders. He spoke the truth. He saw all beings equally. He would do good to all. He considered his spiritual teacher as God. He showed love to all beings. He was very much devoted to Bhagavan. He was full of wisdom. He controlled the senses. Whatever he was doing, he would be thinking of Bhagavan. Asinaf paryatan ashnan shayanaf prapiban bruvan nanusandhata yetani govinda parirambitaha kvachidravati vaikunta chinta shabala chetanaha. Suddenly, Prahlada will cry, he will shed tears thinking about Bhagavan. Kvachit hasati tachinta hlada udgayati kvachit. Suddenly he will smile thinking of the leelas of Bhagavan. Suddenly he will sing songs on Bhagavan. Nadati kvachit utkanto vilajo nrityati kvachit. On some occasions, Prahlada will start dancing. Kvachit tad bhavana yuktaha tanmayonu chakaraha. Sometimes Prahlada will be in a state of divine trance with horripilation, with tears flowing along his eyes. He will be in a state of trance. This kind of devotee was Prahlada. Hiranyakashipu admitted this Prahlada to a demonic school run by the demons called Shanda and Marka, the sons of Shukracharya, to study demonic syllabus. Asura Niti. You study demonic justice in the demonic school under demons. Prahlada went to the school. He was shocked. They were chanting. Every day school prayer assembly will be there. They were chanting Hiranyakashipave Namaha, Hiranyaksha Agrajaya Namaha, Kashyapasutaya Namaha, Ditiputraya Namaha. Like that they were chanting Ashtotra Shatanamavali for Hiranyakashipu. Prahlada just closed his ears. In the name of justice, they were teaching wrong things. Don't care about others. The goal of life is amassing lot of wealth. Enjoy as per your wish. Prahlada thought, no. I should not receive anything through my ears. He just ignored and he kept on chanting Narayana. One day Hiranyakashipu summoned Prahlada to his court and conducted a revision test. Oh son, gone to school for this much days. I want to know what have you learnt so far regarding our demonic justice. So let me question you. What is the best thing you have learnt so far? What is the best thing you have learnt so far? Prahlada said, immediately, without any hesitation, Prahlada said, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnosmaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, Iti Pumsarpita Vishnau, Bhaktishchet, Navalakshana, Kriyeta Bhagavati Adha, Tanmanye Adhitamuttamam. Listen to the glories of God. Listen to the glories of God. Chant the names of God. Meditate on the form of God. Serve the lotus feet of God. Offer flowers to God, perform pujas to God, serve Bhagavan like a servant, move with Bhagavan just like a friend, offer yourself to Bhagavan, surrender, Sharanagati. So Sravanam is listening to glories, Kirtanam, singing his names, Vishnu Smaranam, meditation, Padasevanam, serving his feet, Archanam, offering flowers, Vandanam, performing pujas and namaskaram, Dasyam, serving as a servant, Sakyam, moving as a friend, Atmanivedanam, surrendering oneself to Bhagavan. These 9 forms of devotion. As Prahlada said, Hiranyakashipu got angry, so much angry. He asked Shantamarka, what nonsense is he talking? What did you teach him, man? Shantamarka got frightened. No, king, we did not teach all these things. He might have attended some discourse organized by Swiss Bharati Association or Switzerland Hindu Foundation in Basel. He might have attended some discourse and he is speaking, no. We are not capable of teaching all these good things. Hiranyakashipu said, Then how did he get this kind of knowledge? He is speaking about my enemy Vishnu. He is speaking about devotion. How can he speak so? They said, we feel that he is a born devotee. Devotion is born along with him. It is difficult to kill the devotion in him. Hiranyakashipu said, if you cannot kill the devotion in him, kill him. I don't need this son. He is a sin. He is not my son. So you just kill him, Hiranyakashipu said. Prahlada, with joining his hands, thinking of Bhagavan, chants Narayana, Narayana, he was stabbed with spears. Elephants, they trampled him with his feet. Snakes bit him with their poisonous tongues. And then Hiranyakashipu himself gave Prahlada poison. Hiranyakashipu pushed Prahlada from the hill towards the ground. He put Prahlada into the sea. But whatever he did, Prahlada could not be killed because he was meditating on Bhagavan. He was chanting Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Hiranyakashipu could not kill Prahlada. He got angry. Finally, Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlada, I put you in the sea. I pushed you from the hill. I put you in the fire. Yet, you are not dying. Still you survive. How did you get so much of strength? How did you get so much of valor? Who is giving you strength? Prahlada answered, it is God Sriman Narayana who is giving me strength. Not only for me, for you, for everybody. It is Bhagavan who gives strength. Hiranyakashipu got even more angry. Bhagavan giving strength? Who is that Bhagavan? Where is that Bhagavan? Where is he? Prahlada said, he is everywhere. Starting from the pillar to a speck of dust, Bhagavan is everywhere. Hiranyakashipu asked, pillar? See, this is the pillar in my palace. Is your Narayana dwelling within this pillar? Now note this. If a devotee utters a word, Bhagavan will ensure that the words of his devotee never becomes false. He will ensure that that words become true. Now Prahlada says, yes, I see Bhagavan within this pillar. Okay, Hiranyakashipu said, okay, let me break this pillar. Let us see whether your Bhagavan comes out. Saying so, Hiranyakashipu banged on the pillar with this mace. A sound appeared. Bhukandam varanandam paravaravaretam dampa damporu dampam dim 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 bam dagamapi dagamaihi jampa jampaishcha jampaihi tulyas tulyas tulya dhuma dhuma dhumakaihi kunkumankaihi kumankaihi yetatte purnayukta maharahara patumam narasimha. The pillar that broke open into two, and a form emerged from that pillar. Mimam samanasya samuttitogrataha nrisimharupastadalam bhayanakam. He was a lion above neck, human below neck. Nrisimharupastadalam bhayanakam pratapta chamikara chandalochanam. Just open your inner eyes. The pillar, it is just opening now. Our mental screen is also opening now. We are having darshan of Lord Narasimha, the man-lion form of God. Pratapta chamikara chandalochanam. Eyes red with anger, as red as molten gold. Spurat sata kesara jrimbitananam. Glowing hairs around his face, extending till the sky. Karala Damstram. He has terrific canine teeth on both sides of the mouth. Karavala Chanchalakshuranta Jihvam. His tongue is sharp as a knife and protruding outside. Brukuti Mukol Badam. He has curved eyebrows. Stabdordva Karnam. He has upward facing ears. Girikandaradbhuta Vyatasya Nasam. His nose appears as a cave. His mouth appears as a cave. Hanubheda Bhishanam. In his jaw, there is a nerve in the middle which splits the jaw into two terrific halves. Divis Prishat Kayam. His body was so big that it was touching the skies. Adirga Pivara Griva. He had a short and stout neck. Griva Uru Vakshastalam. He has a broad chest. Alpamadhyamam. He has a slender waist. Chandramshu Gaurais Churitam Chanurugaihi. The hairs on his body, they were shining as moon rays. Vishwak Bhujanika Shatam. He had hundreds of hands. Nakayudam. He was having his nails as weapons. Now this Lord Narasimha caught hold of Hiranyakashipu, tore open his body. He said, I should not get death from man or animal. This is man come animal. I should not get death either inside the house or outside the house. He placed him on the doorstep of the house, which is neither inside nor outside. I should not get death either in the daytime or in the night time. It was Sandhya Kalam, dusk. It is neither day nor night. I should not get either on the earth or in the sky. Narasimha placed him on his lap. It is neither earth nor sky, neither from living thing nor from non-living thing. Or nail. If you cut your nail, you don't feel pain, so they say it is non-living. At the same time, if you cut the nail, it grows again, it can be called living thing also. So nail is neither living nor non-living. So he tore open Hiranyakashipu with his nails and destroyed all the demons accompanying him, and finally coronated Prahlada not only as the king of his subjects, but also as the emperor of all devotees, Bhakta Raja Prahlada. Now you see, once devotee utters a word from his mouth, Bhagavan takes it up as his responsibility to ensure that those words come true. Satyam Vidatum Nijabritya Bhashitam, Shuka Brahmam also says. So the 7th chapter of Bhagavatam drives home the fact that if a devotee with utmost devotion points out to a pillar and says that I see my God here, God will come from that pillar. That much value Bhagavan gives to the words of his devotees. Satyoktin Naijabrityan Kalayati Satatam Chitra Samsthana Ramyaha. So what we should develop is that kind of faith, belief, devotion and love towards God. If we have that, Bhagavan will definitely bless us right from the pillar to a speck of dust. From everything, Bhagavan will appear and bless us. This is the essence of 7th chapter of Bhagavatam. Now coming to the 8th chapter. If a person performs any form of worship towards Bhagavan, Bhagavan will do anything to protect the devotee. He will come down to the extent of seeking alms from another person to save that devotee. Once we have performed some worship, today you do some puja to Bhagavan, Bhagavan will take it up as his responsibility and he will go to any extent to fulfill your prayer. This is shown in 8th chapter. How Bhikshutvam chapi dhritva sharanam upagatan palayet Sripatis son. He is the Lord of Sri. He is the Lord of the goddess of wealth. But that Bhagavan went as a yachaka seeking alms to Mahabali. Why did he go? Just a small flashback. Prahlada's grandson Mahabali became the king of demons. He was very arrogant. He went against the Devas. He defeated all Devas and he conquered all the 3 worlds. Devas were in exile. They hid themselves from Mahabali, fearing their lives. Devas hid themselves. When the mother of Devas, Aditi Devi, she went in search of Devas, she could not find where those Devas were. Even if she called their mobile phones, the recorded voice appeared. The subscriber you are calling is out of network coverage area. So all the Devas were out of network coverage area. Now this Aditi Devi, as per the advice of her husband Kashyapa Rishi, she observed a vow called Payovratam, a 12-day vow. Payovratam, pious means milk. She consumed only milk all through those 12 days and observed a vow propitiating Lord Sriman Narayana. At the end of that 12-day vow, Narayana appeared before Aditi Devi. He told her, I am pleased with your vow. Once you have observed this Payovratam for me, any form of worship in that case, I am bound to help you. Tell me, what do you want? Aditi told him, Bhagavan, you please kill that Mahabali and restore kingdom back to my sons Devas. Bhagavan said, I can't kill Mahabali. I can't do any harm to him. On one hand, he is the grandson of Prahlada. More importantly, Mahabali is the recipient of the grace of his Guru. His Acharya, Shukracharya, he has blessed Mahabali abundantly. Bhagavan says, if a person has got Guru Kripa, even Bhagavan cannot do any harm to him. Guru is greater than Bhagavan. He has got the blessings of his Guru Shukracharya. Then how can I do any harm to him? But the same Bhagavan says, Aditi, you have performed this worship Payovrata towards me. The words given by Bhagavan, please note it. Madarchanam nargati gantumanyatha. Once you have performed a worship to me, it will never go in vain. Bhagavan himself has said, it may give you benefit today or tomorrow, 1 month later or 1 year later, that's different. But once you have performed a worship towards me, it will never go in vain. Then how much benefit we will get for that worship? Is there any calculation? Bhagavan has given Shraddhanurupam Palahetukatvat. How much faith you have on me, proportionate to your faith, you will get blessings. If we have 100% faith on Bhagavan and perform worship, you will get 100% results. To be very good, you can have 200% faith and worship Him, 200% results. But we people, we have 25% or 50%. Will this work or not? Somebody, is really God existing or not? If He is existing, let Him save us. If He is not existing, will this worship go in vain? If we do with that kind of mindset, our result also 25%, 50%, that's all. So, proportional to your faith, you will get benefits. But the worship done to me never goes in vain. Aditi, I cannot harm Mahabali. I cannot kill Mahabali. But I can seek alms from Mahabali. So, I will come as your son in a dwarf form. I will go to Mahabali as a Yachaka. I will ask Yachakam. I will beg for 3 footsteps of land from him and then conquer all the worlds and give it back to your sons. See, God is not bound to go as an alms seeker or as a Yachaka. He need not go. But if we worship Him, He will go to any extent to save us. He will come down even as a person seeking alms to protect that devotee. So Bhagavan took incarnation as Vamana Murti, the son of Aditi Devi, the younger brother of Indra and other devas. He went to Mahabali and then sought 3 footsteps of land from Mahabali. As Mahabali offered, the dwarf form of God, who was only 2 feet high, that dwarf Lord started growing into Trivikrama, a cosmic form. In that cosmic form, the nether worlds were his sole of the feet, the lower part of the foot, sole. Nether worlds were his sole, earth was his feet, hills constituted his ankles, birds were in his knees, Vayudeva was in his thigh, ether, sky, it was in his navel, the 7 ocean constituted his abdomen, stars formed his chest, Dharmadeva was in his heart, Mahalakshmi was in his Vakshasthalam, Samavedam was in his neck, Devas were there on his shoulders, directions were in his ears, heaven was there in his head, clouds formed his hairlocks, the vital air, prana, it constituted his nose, sun was there in his eyes, Agni was there in his face, Vedas were there in his speech, Varuna was there in his tongue, Pravritti Dharma, Nivritti Dharma were his 2 eyebrows, day and night were his eyelids, Yajnas were his footsteps, Yama was his shadow, herbs were there in his hairs, rivers were there in his nerves, rocks were there as his nails, and Brahma was seated on his intellect. With this kind of a universal form, cosmic form, the Lord measured the earth with his first footstep. He measured the upper worlds with his second footstep, and now he asked Mahabali, where can I place the 3rd step? Mahabali had nothing left. Now he left his arrogance. He offered his own head to be for the 3rd foot to be placed. Now Bhagavan blessed Mahabali, sent him to Sutalaloka. By measuring the universe, he had conquered everything from Mahabali. So he returned the rulership of all the worlds back to Indra and Devas, and then concluded the avataram of Vamana Trivikrama. Now, why did Bhagavan go to Mahabali? Why did he seek alms? Why did he do everything? Just because Aditi has observed a vow towards him, Bhagavan takes it up as his responsibility to fulfill that prayer. He goes to the extent of seeking alms. So, Bhikshutvam chapi dhritva sharanam upagatan palayet Sripatis son. He may take the form of even a bhikshu to protect his devotees. This is the essence of 8th chapter of Bhagavatam. Now 9th chapter. What does 9th chapter say? Bhaktanam rakshanam tat tad avidita pathe jagaruko vidadyat. Bhagavan is always awake, always alert. He is always watchful to protect his devotees. Even if we are unaware of any dangers or troubles approaching, or even if we don't pray for the removal of our sufferings, Bhagavan will do it by himself. Out of his causeless mercy, they say nirhetuka kripa. By his causeless mercy, even if a devotee does not pray, even if a devotee is unaware of what is coming, Bhagavan is agile, Bhagavan is alert, Bhagavan is awake. he protects us. This is shown in 9th chapter. How? There was a great devotee king by name Ambarisha. He used to observe Ekadashi fast. One Ekadashi, he was observing Ekadashi in Madhuvanam on the banks of Yamuna, same Madhuvanam where Dhruva performed penance. As Ambarisha observed Ekadashi fast, on Ekadashi we have to chant the names of Bhagavan, chant stotras and observe as much as possible nil oral fast. Nirjala Vratam is great. If it is not possible, you can take some liquids or fruits. Even if it is not possible, you can take food other than whole grains. Grains have to be completely avoided on Ekadashi. Now he observes Nirjala Vratam on Ekadashi. The next day, Dwadashi, it was the month of Kartika. On the day of Dwadashi, Ambarisha woke up early. He had snanam and then performed pujas to Bhagavan. And he had to complete the fast with Parana. On Dwadashi, we take food, prasadam and complete the fast, which is called Parana. Now, for this Dwadashi Parana, as per rules, he offered all the prasadam to Bhagavan. There is a set of rules for Parana. How should we do? Today also, as per European time, today is Dwadashi. For Dwadashi Parana, 3 items are must. One is gooseberry. Second is Agastya Amaranth, Agatti Kira, Agastya Amaranth leaf, green leaves. Number 3, turkey berry, we say Sundaika. So this gooseberry, turkey berry, Agastya Amaranth are must. But there is a big list of food items to be avoided on Dwadashi. If we observe Dwadashi Paranam as per these rules, it gives the same benefit of observing Ekadashi fast. By eating, we get the same benefit of fasting. That's the greatness of Dwadashi. What are all the foods to be avoided? Banana should be avoided in all forms. Plantain leaf should not be used. For Parana, we can use lotus leaves stitched together or areca leaf plate like that. But banana should be avoided. Fruit, leaf, flower, any form, banana, plantain should not be added. Similarly, brinjal, snake gourd, bitter gourd should be avoided. Brinjal, snake gourd, bitter gourd should be avoided. Regarding dal, channa dal, urad dal, tur dal should be avoided. Channa dal, urad dal, tur dal should be avoided. Mustard should be avoided. Chilies should be avoided. Coriander, peanut, tamarind and sesame should be avoided on Dwadashi. And then sesame oil should not be used. Groundnut oil should not be used. Then how to fry? You can use coconut oil or ghee for frying. So sesame oil, groundnut oil should be avoided. If a person observes Dwadashi Parana with all these rules, before the completion of Dwadashi Tithi that day, he will get equal merit of observing Ekadashi fast. Now Ambarisha, with all these rules, he was about to take Parana. At that time, sage Durvasa came. He is very notorious for his anger and curses. Durvasa came. If an Atiti, a guest comes, we have to feed them first before having food ourselves. So Ambarisha offered him food. Durvasa said, I have to take bath. I will go take bath and come back and then I will have food. But Durvasa went to take bath. He did not turn up. It was getting late and late. Dwadashi Tithi was about to conclude. Another Shastra says, if you take that Parana after the completion of Dwadashi or after the entry of Trayodashi Tithi, you will lose the benefit of observing previous 12 Ekadashi Vratams. You will lose the benefit of previous 12 Ekadashi Vratams if you do not complete Paranam before the completion of Dwadashi. So Ambarisha was in a fix. He asked his guru, on one hand, I have to consume food before Dwadashi completes. On the other hand, I should not eat before offering food to Durvasa. What can I do? His Acharya told him, just consume some water as a mark of Parana. At the same time, you need not take any food. Ambarisha consumed water, but Durvasa came. How can you consume water before offering food to me? See the result of my anger now. Durvasa got angry. He created an evil spirit from his locks of hair and directed it at Ambarisha. Ambarisha did not pray to Lord for protection. Ambarisha knew Bhagavan will protect at any cost. Ambarisha stood still. The evil spirit directed by Durvasa came towards Ambarisha. Bhagavan Sudarshana Chakra came to the rescue of Ambarisha. Just like during Operation Sindoor, our Sudarshana S-400, Sudarshan Chakra, that's for the protection of our country. Without whatever we seek or not, Bhagavan has got Sudarshana Chakra for our protection. We have got S-400, we have got Sudarshan. It is our military defense system. Similarly, devotees' spiritual defense system is also Sudarshana Chakra. This Sudarshana Chakra, it just destroyed that evil spirit and started chasing Durvasa. It chased Durvasa. Durvasa went to Brahma, Durvasa went to Rudra, Durvasa went to Indra. Nobody could save. Durvasa went to Narayana. Narayana told Durvasa, no Durvasa, I can't save you. Aham bhakta paradinaha. I am subservient to my devotees. As you have committed offense to my devotee, I cannot save you. Just go back to that same devotee. Seek apology from Ambarisha. He will forgive you. Finally, Durvasa falls at the feet of Ambarisha. Ambarisha said, no, you are a great Rishi, you should not fall at my feet. Ambarisha prayed to Lord Sudarshana Chakra to just leave and forgive Durvasa. Sudarshana Chakra also left Durvasa. With that, Ambarisha requested Durvasa, you are a great sage Muni, you came to have food, but without having food you started running as you were chased by that Sudarshana Chakra. I have been waiting to feed you, so please come and have your food. Do you know how long Durvasa ran all along? Bhagavatam says 365 days, 1 year. As Sudarshana Chakra had chased him, Durvasa ran to Brahmalokam, Kailasam, Indralokam, Vaikuntham, and then came back to Ambarisha. It took 1 year. All through that 1 year, Ambarisha consumed only water and did not take any food. Because a Rishi had come, I couldn't feed him, so till I feed him, I will not take any food. For 365 days, Ambarisha consumed only water and waited. Finally, he fed Durvasa and then partook the meal, which was the sesham of Durvasa, and Ambarisha completed his fast 1 year later. That was the glory of King Ambarisha, and later he attained liberation. That's a different story. So, if somebody tries to attack a devotee, Bhagavan Sudarshana Chakram is always agile, alert, awake and ready to protect the devotee. This is shown in the 9th chapter of Bhagavatam. Now let us come to the heart of Bhagavatam, 10th chapter. What does the 10th chapter teach us? Bhagavan loves anything which is associated with his devotees. Any object or any person who has an association with devotees will become very, very dear to Bhagavan. Bhaktanam anvayadyam dadi gritam iti tat vastu sarvam tadishtam. Whichever has association with his devotees, Bhagavan loves them very much. How can you know that? In 10th Skandam, we enjoy Krishna Leelas. Krishna stealing butter. He is the butter bandit. Navanita Chora. He steals butter. Why should Krishna steal butter? Bhagavan has everything within him. He is all encompassing, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. Everything is his property. Why should this Krishna go after butter? That too, he is stealing butter. Why should he go in search of butter? Why should he steal it? Any answers? I have given the answer already. Anything associated with his devotees is very dear to Bhagavan. This butter is very much associated with Gopikas, who are the devotional love interests of Bhagavan. Bhagavan loves Gopikas so much that this butter, the milk, is milked by those Gopikas. The curd, it is prepared by those Gopikas. The butter, it is extracted from curd by those Gopikas. So anything which has the sparsham, the touch of Gopikas, is very, very dear to Bhagavan. So Krishna thought, oh, this butter has got the touch of Gopikas, so I want to consume that. This drives home the fact that if we are associated with great devotees, Bhagavan will love us the most. To become very dear to Bhagavan, just have the association of his devotees. That's why we join together in satsangam. If we come in satsangam, if we enjoy association with devotees, Bhagavan will love us very much. Just because the butter, it had some association with gopikas, Krishna loved butter. If we have association with devotees, Bhagavan will love us as much as he loves butter. I will give you one example to stress this point. A group of devotees went on a pilgrimage to a temple. On the way, they were driving in a car. The car had a brake failure. It was running helter and skelter, and people who were traveling, they were afraid. Oh, we are gone. It was a taxi actually. Taxi driver was driving. Oh, we are almost gone. They were all praying to Bhagavan, please save us somehow, save us somehow. Somehow, that driver, he applied the brake, though there was a brake failure. He just applied the brake and saved all the people, and he stopped the taxi. But there was one girl traveling in that car. She was least bothered about whatever was happening around. She was just reading a book. After the driver stopped the car, all the other people, they turned towards that girl. Hey, do you know what was happening all along? We were all afraid whether we are going to go to the temple or we are going to Vaikuntha. We are not sure. At this stage, somehow we have escaped. Do you know what was happening here? That girl replied, do you know who is the driver? Who is the driver? They asked. The girl said, driver is my father. He knows his daughter. I am in this car. My father, the driver, knows very well that I am inside, and I am confident enough that my father will save me at any cost. Why should I worry? The girl added, only because you all traveled with me, you all escaped. Because had I not been in this car, my father would have jumped away and escaped himself, and you will all be gone. Just because I was inside the car and you are traveling with me, you all escaped by virtue of being in my association. Bhagavan is that driver, that daughter is devotees, the co-passengers are the people associated with the devotees. That driver, while saving his daughter, saves the co-passengers also. Bhagavan, while blessing his devotees, gives the same blessings to the people associated with devotees as well. So Krishna not only loves gopikas, he loves the butter which is associated with gopikas. So what we want is just the association of those devotees. Similarly, in the 10th skandam, we have got Purvardham, Uttarardham. In the Uttarardham second half, we see Rukmini Kalyanam. Rukmini Kalyanam Charitram you all know, but it has a lot of significant inner philosophical meanings. Bhagavan Krishna is Paramatma. Rukmini takes the role of a Jivatma. Rukmini has 5 siblings. You know Rukmi, Rukmaratan, Rukma Bahu, Rukma Kesha, Rukma Mali. Rukmini had 5 siblings. Similarly, Jivatma, we have 5 siblings who were born with us. Our 5 senses, our 5 sense organs, Jnanendriyas we say, right? Mai, Vai, Kan, Muk, Sevi we say. So these 5 senses are our 5 siblings born with us. This Jivatma Rukmini loves Krishna and wants to attain that Paramatma Krishna. But the 5 siblings of Rukmini wanted to marry off Rukmini to Shishupala. Similarly, our 5 siblings, 5 senses push us towards the Shishupala called material world, samsaram. This Jivatma Rukmini wants to attain Paramatma, but these 5 senses siblings push us towards material existence called Shishupala, because we may think we should have darshan of Bhagavan today in temple. Our eyes will say, no, a new movie has come, go to the theatre and watch the movie. Let us hear the glories of Bhagavan, we may think. Our ear will say, new single is released on YouTube, please go and listen. So these 5 senses, our eyes, our ears, our nostrils, and then our tongue, and then our skin, these 5 senses, they ensure that we don't go to Bhagavan. Now, what does Rukmini do? She seeks the help of a messenger. She writes a letter to Krishna, gives it to a messenger. The messenger goes to Krishna on Rukmini's behalf. He brings Krishna. Krishna defeats all the forces and takes back Rukmini to Dwaraka. Similarly, the messenger is our Acharya, Guru. We go in search of an Acharya. We surrender to an Acharya. He goes as our messenger to Bhagavan. He brings Bhagavan to us. Bhagavan does not come for our sake. but for that messenger Acharya's sake, Bhagavan comes, he rescues us, just like he rescued Rukmini, he rescues us from all our sins and all this army of our sins, army of our evil thoughts, from everything. Bhagavan rescues us, just like taking Rukmini to Dwaraka, Bhagavan takes us to Vaikunta, just like marrying Rukmini, Bhagavan gives Jivatma the spiritual wedding called Moksha Anandam. So Rukmini Kalyanam drives home the fact that by being in the association of an Acharya, this Jivatma can win over the five senses and attain Bhagavan. So this is the essence of the 10th chapter of Bhagavatam. Now 11 and 12, just short 2 points. Because I am always time conscious, time is 4:29, but I have compiled it in such a way that the 11th and 12th chapters, they convey just one single points only. The essence of the 11th chapter is Padu Dattopadesham Nijacharana Ratau Vistarena Yeshadadyat. If a person is truly devoted to Bhagavan, Bhagavan will give enlightenment to the devotee. Not only enlightenment, Bhagavan will also give his sandals, padukas to that devotee. Whoever is devoted to Bhagavan, Bhagavan will give his sandals, padukas. Because padukas are greater than Bhagavan himself. Swami Vedanta Deshika wrote Paduka Sahasram on the sandals of Lord Rama. Rama Dapitum Adhika Niyatam Prabhavat. Who is greater than Rama? Rama Paduka is greater than Rama. Rama gave Paduka to Bharata. Now, to whom did Krishna give his Paduka? That's explained in 11th chapter of Bhagavatam. As Krishna decides to leave this mortal world, at that time Krishna's dear friend Uddhava, he comes to Krishna, "Oh Krishna, I can't bear the pangs of separation from you. I can't be separated from you. How Krishna? You have decided to leave us. If you leave this abode, you go back to Vaikuntha. How can I have your darshan? No, I cannot live without you. Please show me a way." Now Krishna teaches Uddhava the way of Bhakti Yoga. "Okay Uddhava, you want to attain me, right? I will take you to my fold in Vaikuntham. For you to attain Vaikuntham, you practice Bhakti Yogam, devotional meditation. You control your mind, perform everyday pujas to me, do your anushtanams and austerities perfectly, serve Acharya, receive enlightenment and divine knowledge from that Acharya, develop Sattva Gunam. With that Sattva Gunam, you just win over Rajo Gunam and Tamo Gunam. You continuously perform pujas to me, and as you meditate on me, at the end of this birth, you will also attain Vaikuntham. You can come to me and you can enjoy the devotional service, permanent divine service unto me." Uddhava said, "Oh Bhagavan, till I attain Vaikuntham, how can I be in this world without you? Right from my birth, I have been associated with you. Right from the days of my conscience, I have been seeing you. How can I be without you?" Now Krishna said, "I will give you my sandals, my padukas. Just carry these padukas on your head. If you carry these padukas on your head, you will feel that you are with Krishna." Saying so, Krishna gave his padukas to Uddhava. Uddhava carried those padukas on his head to Badarikashramam. At Badarikashramam, Uddhava then involved himself in Bhakti Yogam on his path to liberation. This is explained in the 11th chapter Uddhava Gita of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this shows that if we have paduka of Bhagavan, it means that Bhagavan himself is with us. That's why we have Acharya Paduka, sandals of great Acharyas we have at home and worship. If that Paduka is there, it also means that the wearer or owner of that Paduka is also there with us. How is it possible? I will give you one Laukika example. Just take it with a pinch of salt. If you want to know that whether a person has attended this discourse or not, there is an easy way. Just go and check outside. If their slippers or shoes are present outside, it means the person is present inside. If Bhagavan's padukas are present in our homes, it means Bhagavan is present in our heart. So he gives paduka to those great devotees to ensure that we always have his association. This is 11th chapter. Now the final chapter, 12th chapter, we come to the conclusion of the discourse. The essence of 12th chapter of Bhagavatam is Lokan Sarvan Shishussan Aghadita Gatako Darshayet Sodareso. Bhagavan shows that it is He who carries the entire world within Him and protecting Him. We are thinking that we are accomplishing a lot of things. It's I. We always say I did that, I did this, I accomplished that, I achieved this. We all say. But we go to sleep every night. What is the guarantee that we will wake up the next morning? Have anybody observed during sleep we continue to breathe, right? Our respiratory system is working even while we are sleeping. Who is taking care of it? Our circulatory system, our excretory system, they are all working even when we are asleep. Who is taking care of all these things? Even when we are asleep, it is God who is taking care of us. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Pragyena Atmana Samparishvakto na Bhakyam Kinchana Veda Nantaram. We don't know what is happening outside during sleep. But even without our prayers, Bhagavan voluntarily comes to us. He embraces us and protects us during our sleep. Now you tell me, when we are awake also, who is protecting us? It is Bhagavan only. The same Bhagavan who protects us during sleep is saving us during our wakefulness also. But we don't realize that. We think that we are achieving that, we are achieving this. Nothing. It's Bhagavan who has everything within Him. He has everybody within Him and He protects us. How? That is shown in 12th chapter. Markandeya Rishi, he wanted to have darshan of Bhagavan's divine Maya, the wonderful potency of Bhagavan, Ascharya Shakti, the divine potency. Markandeya wanted to see. Bhagavan decided to show it to him. Immediately, surrounding Markandeya's ashrama, everything disappeared. It was the ocean of deluge, Pralaya Samudram, ocean of deluge everywhere, everything disappeared, but there was one banyan tree. A leaf dropped down from that banyan tree. On that banyan leaf, just imagine the size of a banyan leaf. In that banyan leaf, there was a child. That child was just catching hold of its great toe of its foot and placing it in its mouth. Kararavindena padaravindam mukharavinde viniveshayantam vatasya putrasya puteshayanam balam mukundam manasasmarami. That child, Markandeya observed and he thought for a while, how can this child alone exist when everything is gone in deluge? Everything is gone, ocean of deluge is surrounding everywhere, but one banyan tree, one banyan leaf, a small child on a banyan leaf, who it could be? Markandeya thought. That child just breathed in. Markandeya went inside the body of that child, along with its inspirational air. As Markandeya went inside, whatever he saw outside in the universe, Markandeya saw it in the stomach of that child. Within that child, everything which was outside was inside the child. Markandeya realized he is none other than Lord Sriman Narayana. Markandeya realized, oh, this is the divine potency of Bhagavan. He has everything within himself. It is He who is protecting us. As Markandeya realized it, the child breathed out. Now expiration, inspiration, expiration. Now in the expiration phase, Markandeya was pushed out. As he came out, the deluge ocean was gone. Everything was there as it is. So Markandeya was able to see his hermitage, the mountains, the trees, rivers, everything was there. Whatever he saw inside the stomach of the child, now Markandeya was able to see outside. So whatever is outside is within Bhagavan and protected. Whatever is within Bhagavan and protected by him, that's what we see outside. Markandeya realized the greatness and glory of Bhagavan. So always Bhagavatam drives home the fact that it is Bhagavan who is always with us, who is carrying us. He is caring for us. He is supporting us. We are inseparable from that Bhagavan, and He always stands for our protection. He is always alert, and the only purpose of our existence is to just serve Him, add glory to Him, engage in devotional service to Him. This message is conveyed by the 12 chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam. So first chapter shows that Bhagavan loses to his devotees and makes them winners. The second chapter, he is the primordial Acharya. The third chapter, Bhagavan loves his devotees so much that if anything goes against devotees, Bhagavan will chop them off. The 4th chapter, it is Bhagavan who gives us enlightenment and divine knowledge within a moment. 5th chapter, even if a devotee deviates from the path of devotion, Bhagavan will not forsake. He will bring us back to the devotional path. 6th chapter, even if we commit sins, Bhagavan will cleanse us of all our sins and then rescue us. 7th chapter, he will ensure that the words of his devotees come true. 8th chapter, he will even come down to the extent of seeking alms to give protection to his devotees. 9th chapter, even if we are unaware of our troubles or dangers, anything, Bhagavan is always awake. Sudarshan Chakra is our defense mechanism. It is always awake. Number 10, anything associated with devotees is very dear to Bhagavan. That's why he stole butter which had association with Gopikas. Number 11, he gives his Paduka sandals to his devotees to give his association to them. Finally, it is he who is supporting us all the time in the 12th chapter. With this, I conclude this discourse on essence of Bhagavatam. Namastasmai Bhagavate वासुदेवाय साक्षिणे य इदं कृपया कस्मै व्याचचक्षे मुमुक्षवे योगीन्द्राय नमस्तस्मै शुकाय ब्रह्मरूपिणे संसारसर्पदट्टं यो विष्णुरातं अमुमुचत्. And if you have any questions to ask, I just open it for the Q&A session. Thank you.